Good afternoon, everyone. Our session will be start from 2 p.m. Yep, just to confirm everyone is arrived at our meeting room. Let's start. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all to sparing your really precious time from your biggest busy schedule to support our online event today. I'm really pleased to welcome you all to today's webinar, Unlocking Energy Storage in Pakistan. My name is Evelyn, and I will be the host today. I'm from Energy Box, an international media platform focusing on the renewable energy, connecting industry professionals through events and market insights. We are really pleased to partner with JDEnergy for today's session. JDEnergy focuses on distributed energy storage systems covering applications across the power source, grid, and user sides. Their solutions support energy management, grid stability, and more efficient power use. Thank you all for joining us, and we're really delighted to have you all here. Before we start, just a quick reminder, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. Now, let's kick off today's webinar. First, I would like to invite Mr. Hasnat. He's the Senior Vice Chairman of the Pakistan Solar Association. Today, he will talk about energy storage as a strategic enabler for Pakistan's energy transition. Hi, Mr. Han. We maybe take a few minutes for waiting Mr. Han arrive. Hi, Mr. Han. Welcome to today's event, and we'll welcome you to start our the the speech.
Okay, thank you.
Please go ahead.
Okay, shall I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. It's Hasnat Ahmed Khan, Senior Vice Chairman, Pakistan Solar Association. First of all, I'm grateful and thankful of Energy Box and JDEnergy for organizing this webinar at the moment, which is a very much needed webinar. As you all know that we have a big market in Pakistan for storage, and which is the upcoming market. So it will be helpful for all the participants and to understand the value of energy storage as a strategic enabler for Pakistan energy transition. So let me start this the with the solar boom. Actually, everybody know that in Pakistan we have imported around 29 gigawatt of solar panels between 2022 to 2025, and over 33 to 35 gigawatt of solar panels have been installed, and the remaining which are some stacks and somewhere. So yet 19 gigawatt of existing is off grid, which is unmanaged, wasting Pakistan's greatest renewable assets. So as we speak, for the solar gap, the Pakistan peak, the solar peak is in the midday. And as you know, the demand is in the peak the peaks are at the evening. So without the bridging best with the solar panels, we are at the moment we are staying for the grid dependency at night and wasting our daytime solar. So also, if we install the BESS at the moment, so it will be very helpful for the duck curve and the mismatch of the demand and supply of energy in residential, in commercial areas at the moment. So if we see for the strategic opportunity, the BESS with the solar delivers around 3 to 5 years payback for homes, for residential, and around 4.5 years for commercial. As you know, the battery costs fell down around 20% in 2024 to USD 115 per kilowatt hour. And now the policy is also coming. The policy is for the local manufacturing. So the local manufacturing will also be very helpful for the people to install the to install the best systems. Next, please. Yeah. So as you know that in Pakistan, the residential, the capacity is around 2.4 to 100 to 10 or 15 kilowatt hour with a backup during the load shedding. Actually, in Pakistan at the moment, due to the increasing rates of thermal and everything, the load shedding is being started. And at the moment today in Pakistan, there's a huge demand of batteries. So in right lastly we were in the going in for the other way the lead acid batteries are also replacing with lithium ion. Today everyone is adopting the lithium ion batteries. Also in the commercial areas, we have the capacity of around 220 to 500 kilowatt hours with instant backups, so they can also help in the peak shaving and to reduce the MDI charges, because in it's an MDI charges is hitting very much in for the commercial setups, because you have some way in the day you have some peaks. So with the installation of BESS, you can avoid those peaks also. And in industrial, as you know, in Pakistan, around more than even 30 to 40 gigawatts of solar panels are imported and installed. So most of the capacity or the volume is industrial. There are many industries which have installed around 20 to 30 megawatt of plants. So now they are looking for the capacity of 1 to 20 megawatt hour of BESS. So they have demand charge reduction and they also need peak saving. Next. So if we see the financial case of the storage, if we install as we install solar with the BESS, so and if we only install the solar, it's around 13.6 kilowatt hour. And if we install the BESS with solar and a 5 kilowatt hour battery, the smaller one which we have at the moment in Pakistan for the residential, so it's around 14.5 kilowatt hour. And if we install a 20 kilowatt hour BESS, so the cost we have, it's around 25 per kilowatt hour. On the other hand, what we are getting from the grid, or you can say it from the disco, it's around 41 kilowatt hour of the peak hours, and around 50 kilowatt hours, 50 kilowatt per unit for the grid peak rate. So there's a huge difference in Pakistan, due to which people are adopting themselves as we see the rush in the solar. So now the time is there, the rush in the solar batteries, best batteries. Next, please. Also, like we can see that there is 86% of the decrease in the price since 2013. So now we also presume that the prices in the batteries will reduce more. So in 2024, the annual price drop was 20%. So and in future, we are seeing the more incentives from the government due to this war situation. we just see, and we just the government also see that there was a huge incentive by the solar installation, which they were not agreeing before. Next. So there are some technologies, which is, of course, the mature technology in the Pakistan is lithium ion, and it is best application in residential, C&I, utility. So in all these things, we are using the best practice is at the moment is lithium ion batteries. Yes, the sodium ion is also an emerging technology, but we as it also have a low cost, but volume is huge comparative to the lithium-ion batteries. So in future, there will be a huge uh, maybe replacement with the sodium ion, but at the moment, the best technology is lithium ion, which we have adopted. So proven technology, it have a safe chemistry and rapidly declining cost at the moment. So, and very modular approach kind of we can install on the rooftops also. We can install on the microgrid and utility scales also, and 30 plus residential suppliers are already active in Pakistan, and more are coming. Like in the next week, in next 2 days, there is an expo in Lahore. So we are expecting more players coming in Pakistan. Also, the import mean things, and also for the local manufacturing in Pakistan. Next. Yeah, so now PSA just recommend three-phase roadmap. The one is foundation, that how we just we are also sitting with the government of Pakistan, the government of industries, and government Ministry of Energy also. So we are telling them to just remove this 48% of the best import duty, which is a huge burden. It's an extra burden for on the people, like when we started solar panels installation, so there were no taxes, there were no import on the solar panels installation. So that's why people import too much of the solar panels of it their own without the help of government or any institute also. So we are also telling the NEPRA to have an inclusive net metering best system, that they made a net metering or a net billing program which will be incorporating the best systems. And also the pilot projects, we are telling the state bank also that they must help in the pilot projects like they help in the solar panels in Pakistan. There was a very minimum of 6% of 6% of the markup which State Bank of Pakistan was giving in 20 till 2022. So that why there was a huge influx of the solar panels. And if we go for the phase two, it will be now from 2026 2028. So we are installing smart meters at every we are replacing every meter with the smart meters. The government is doing that. So with that help, with the smart meters, it will be very helpful that you can have a time slabs. You can import and export. You can tell people to export the solar, export the units in the evening time or in the peak shaving time if they have more BESS. And we are also looking for the 500 megawatt utility scale projects, and there are some tenders upcoming. And also in Pakistan, we have just started a CTBCM program, which is the wheeling of the power. So from PSA platform, we have suggest them to replace or to induct the best installations on the grid side within the wheeling program. So in this case, the two matters will be solved. Actually, at the moment in Pakistan, there is the excess solar generation on the grid stations. And on the other hand, the wheeling or the wheeler who will invest, they will invest a new power plant. So we are telling them not to have a new power plant, and they can only install the best systems within the grid stations, and they can wheel the power from there. So this is also a new thing which we are proposing, and the market is mature at the moment. Like you see that there are many companies coming in Pakistan, and just because they know that we have actually the figure of from China export, it's 52 gigawatt of solar panels which we have import in the Pakistan, and around 35 to 40 gigawatt is installed to date. So there's a huge market of getting that generation store and using that in the night time and the peak times. Next, please. Like if we enabling, we are here to tell the government that we should, and because the unlocking energy storage in Pakistan is a advantage for everyone. It's a win-win situation for the government, for the consumer, and for the discourse, for the departments. So we are telling them to remove the 48% of the duty burden so that the cost can be easily available for every household, for every consumer, and they should also give the best incentive in the net metering policy, and they are also giving some storage dispatch tariffs, which I was talking before. That we in Pakistan we are having 2 to 3 slabs in future. It's just under the discussion, and most probably it will be implemented soon. That we will be having some export dispatch time in the tariff with the peak hours. So it will increase the installation of BESS when you know you can have the storage at your home, and you can export the units. Like in Pakistan, people are exporting the units in the peak off peak hours, in the sun hours. So in future they will be exporting the units in the night time also, in the peak time also. So also financial investments are there, and grid modernization. Just I was telling you that all the meters that are being replaced with the smart meters. They will help in the technically they will solve many issues, and also the capacity building. At the moment, PS is working with a few organizations like Renewable First and HDPI for the technical certifications and R&D, and we are also working PSA as a consumer awareness campaigns are there. Thank you. Next, please. So now the opportunities now. This is what we were foreseeing from last year, that the volume which we have installed, we have import the solar panels. It is very normal, a minimum level, that the 33 gigawatt. But actually, the export data tells us it's around 50 to 52 gigawatt of solar base, which is available in Pakistan. So to store that energy, we from Pakistan, PSA also support every company to come into Pakistan, not only to trade the best, also they should come for the local manufacturing, because we have a huge market, and now we have a very good relations with all the countries. And as you see, we can export the batteries from their CPEC route. So we recommend JDEnergy also to come in Pakistan and see what we are doing. But we have developed a policy on the localization of battery BESS manufacturing units. So it will be very lucrative to invest in Pakistan at the moment. So by this, I would end my speech and my presentation. I think that JDEnergy should have a very good market in Pakistan, and good luck to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Han, for this really insightful sharing. It was really helpful and give us really clear view and figures. Also, the future roadmap of the energy storage in Pakistan. Now, let's move on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Mr. Wolfgang Tang. He is the System Solution Engineer at JDEnergy. He will share with us JDEnergy's full value chain energy storage solutions tailored for the Pakistan markets. Hi, Mr. Tang.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear
Hi.
me now?
Yes, all good.
Yeah,
Please
okay.
go ahead.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, very clear.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Uh, okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our webinar. It's my honor, and my name is Wolfgang Tang. And later, I will make an introduction about JDEnergy. And talking about my PPT, and there are total 5 parts about it. As the first part, I will make a brief introduce about JDEnergy. After that, we will talking about our solution about BESS. After that, as the third part, we want to make a specific introduction about our safety part. And I think that's the most important, and for the customer, they will concern about the BESS. After that, we will talk about the function and economic about BESS. And also that's why you will spend some money on it. And after that, at the last of part, we will talk about the products and some of our projects we have already built. Okay, let's go. Here is the first part, and we will make a brief introduction about JDEnergy. And at first, JDEnergy was founded in 2018, and I think we are a newly company. But for our founder team and the leader of our team, Dr. Liu, has more than 20 years dedicated in the electronics and the electric parts, and have a very experienced part about the developing and research about technology, so that we have now formed more than 800 teams of all the talents, and for the development and research team, we have more than 200 people working on it. After that, we are very focused on all the system about BESS, which means except for the battery cell, all the systems from the BESS are developed by our company, myself. Yeah, and for the capacity and the ability about JDEnergy, right now JDEnergy has delivered more than 1,000 stations around all over the world, and for the capacity, it can reach to about 10 gigawatt hour. And also for the cabinets we use has already been built more than 30,000, which for our means we have so much experience about BESS. After that, for JDEnergy safety part, we have already built all the BESS stations more than 2,000 days without any scenario of get fire, which means for our customer, it's very safe for you to choose our cabinet. After that, here is a very also important part for overseas market, which means for JDEnergy, we have already we have been recognized since 3 years by Bloomberg NEF, recognized by the Taiwan Global Energy Storage Manufacturer. So that means for our customer, will you choose JDEnergy's cabinet, it's much easier for you to get the economic part from the bank, and also for the grid, they are also the better choice for you. After that, we will talk about JDEnergy's solution about the BESS. So here are the there are two of the traditional centralized solution. At the left one, which means the centralized solution, the most common and the ordinary part. And for this type of solution, we can see on the DC side, there are several battery clusters are formed at the parallel and connect with a centralized PCS, so that while for the BESS is running, there will be a little of the bias current between the different cluster, and also it will cause some of the life cycle about the battery. While the system is shut down, there is also, because of the different cluster has a difference of voltage, so that for the better performance cluster will have to discharge for the worst performance cluster, which also will cost some of the life cycle about the system. After that, in order to solve the difference about the voltage at the DC side, there are a new generation of solution, which we call it centralized distributed solution. At that part, there at here you can see, here we add the actual DC module to module for each different cluster has the same voltage at the same level and connect with the PCS DC side. But after that, we solve the difference of the voltage from each different cluster. But for the DC module, it will cost an extra fee about all the system, which means for our customer, you have to pay more about the system. And also for the round trip efficiency, it will also decrease about that. So that for the traditional, the last two generations of the solution, they are all both use the container, but the most important part is they choose a centralized PCS, which means the size may be about 2.5 megawatts, and for each 5 megawatt hours container about it. That's the most important issue we need to solve about. After that, for JDEnergy, we publish the distributed battery energy storage cabinet, and for each one of the cabinets, we use a small capacity power about the PCS. For example, the rated power is about 200 kilowatts, and for each one of the cabinets, we use for each one of the PCS to control one cluster, so that for the whole system, they are connected by parallel at the AC side. After that, at the DC side, there will be no differ about the voltage and no differ about the current, so that we also solved the problem about the bias current on the DC side. After that, the key important part is how we solve about the several PCS to working cooperated at the AC side. But for JDEnergy, we have a perfect we have perfect solution about that, and we have used the cabinet for the last one can reach about 5 megawatt hours project, and we use more than 1,000 PCS to connect at the AC side as parallel. Yeah, and after that, for each one of the cabinets about the BSS, there are 5 parts about it. The first part is about the long life cycle battery cell. And for JDEnergy's overseas market, we will choose CATL's battery, and we use the LFP 314 amp hour battery cell. And it has a better life cycle, about 8,000 cycles. After that, for JDEnergy, we analyze and research our own self BMS battery management system. About that, we can monitor each battery cell's real-time data about the voltage, the current, and also about the temperature, so that it will keep the battery safe, and we will talk about after the next chapter. After that, for JDEnergy, also develop and research ourselves PCS, the power converter system, and the round-trip efficiency about the PCS can, sorry about that, and it's only for the charging and discharging, the one trip about the efficiency can reach about the maximum will be 99%. And also for the PCS, we have all combined with the battery management system and the power converting system. We combine the 2 chips, the 2 CPU about 2 systems into one PCBA board, so that for our control system as a local cabinet, we can solve the problem about the AC side and DC side communication. After that, for JDEnergy, we improve the active safety system to prevent about the fail condition, and we will also talk about the detail in the last chapter. After that, also for JDEnergy, we design and build for the thermal management system in each one of the cabinets, which means we can have a better cooling system for each one of the cell. And for the old cabinet, the difference between all the battery cells can reach less than 3 degrees about that. Okay, and here is a traditional iris, we call it, working on your station. And at the left about us, there are several of the cabinets. We will set it combined with a one line. After that, there will be, we call a cabinet E-link. For the E-link part, there will be combined with the power of each one of the PCNs, and will also combine the communication date, real-time date in it. After that, there will be a transformer, and for all the different systems, for example, the BESS, the PV, and also for the load of customer will combine at the AC side. After that, we also can offer two solutions about our EMS for our customer. For the C&I project, which means we need to lower the cost for our customer so that we can choose the E-mind on the cloud. And for our customer, you can just use your cell phone to make a control for the station. After that, for a utility scale project, you can also choose the local planted server in your station. And JDEnergy also has the full ability to offer the local standard EMS. And here is all the structure about our solution. And after that, we will specifically talk about the ultimate safety about the cabinet. And just like what we said, there are five steps, 5 parts about the cabinet. And the battery cell and the pack level are all formed in JDEnergy's manufacturing. And for each one of the battery cell, will be testing about 5 steps in the way where they are forming into a pack. After that, for each one of the battery pack, we'll also be testing at least 3 steps in our factory. And for our customer, if you have time, maybe you can come in to visit our manufacturing. We will make a specific and very detailed about the introduction of our manufacturing. After that, the very important part is how we choose the cabinet. For the shelter about the BESS, we will choose a cabinet which has a ability to make a fire approved for it. And after this page, we'll talk about the detail. And also, JDEnergy combines all the 3 systems, which we call it EMS, PCS, and EMS for one system, and it will have a better performance about safety control. After that, because JDEnergy has built more than 1,000 stations, we have a big amount about the battery cells real-time data, so that if only one battery cell has a bad performance, we can use the analyze about the data to get its alarm before it gets a fire. And here, the next page will talk about the ability of the cabinet, because here is a standard areas about how we put the station. And you can see for the safety clearance, the distance between each 2 cabinets, the distance is just about 10 millimeters, just 10 millimeters. After that, the cabinet has a ability of 2-hour fire resistance. So that which means even at the worst scenario, all the fire resistance system has failed, and the battery cells has caught fire. But at that moment, the fire is in one cabinet, and the other parts will get the protection at least 2 hours. For example, we have already passed the UL 9540 certification, and we just light the battery cells burning in one of the cabinets. For example, we let it catch fire at this cabinet, and after the 2 hours burning, the temperature in this cabinet can reach about 800 degrees. But after that, the other cabinets around it, the temperature of this side about the cabinet can just increase about 20 degrees about that. so that we can get a fully and very expensive time for the fire worker to come here to shut down the fire. And at this part, we'll talk about the three system control and protection. As you can see, we combine the PCS, BMS, and EMS so that at the both AC side and DC side will has a judgment in one PCBA board, so that if something goes wrong at both the DC side and AC side, we can immediately shut down the system, shut down the specific cabinet, which means we can not get the fire for the battery cells overcharge or over discharge to make the scenario worse. After that, for JDEnergy's EMS, we have all the 4 functions about it, which means for our customer, we can offer 24 hours for each 1 day's monitoring about the battery cell, and also we can deliver the authority for use for our customers, which means all the real-time data about your BESS can keep it in your location and keep in your company, because there are some of worried about the information security. Yeah, and that's all we can fix it. Okay, and at the fourth part, we'll talk about for the investors are most focusing about, which means the function and economic. And at first part is the JDEnergy's PCS ability, which we can see JDEnergy's PCS has passed all the testing from the grid side and both the off-grid side, which means for JDEnergy's PCS, we can both running on the connect with the grid for the module, and also we can running for the off-grid module, which we can see at the last part of it. JDEnergy's PCS has passed the testing about grid forming tests and the black star test. Yeah, I think that for all the ability, we'll make sure our cabinet of the battery cell can make a fully use for our custom in Pakistan. Yeah, and for all the testing, what we showed about the data is just coming from no more than these 2 of the station. What we talk about, the first certification we passed the time is in the 2021 and in Hunan province, and which means at this side, and sorry about that, and at this side, and the project is just about 5 MWh. But after that, recently we have do a forming grid testing in this Ningxia project, and the capacity of this project can reach to 200 MWh, which means for both the CNI project and also for the utility scale project, JDEnergy has the ability to do the forming grid test. Okay, after that, here we will talk about the 100% DOD, which means because we have controlled each cluster at the AC set, so that we can make a fully use about each of the cabinets. Here is a brief cartoon you can see. For JDEnergy, okay, sorry about that. For JDEnergy's cabinet, for different cluster, we can make it at a different step for charging and discharging. But for traditional centralized PCS, you can only use several parts. For example, about 90% about the capacity we choose. After that, for cost effectiveness, and we need to improve how we charging and discharging, and also we need to decrease the cost about construction and the maintenance part. And here is a concept about LCOS, levelize the cost of storage, which means we want to do our best to make this part the cost of the whole life cycle about our customer. We want to save the money. And at that moment, during the 10 years or 15 years, we want to maximum about the electricity power, how we transfer. So that if you choose a distributed BESS cabinet, the LCOS will make a better performance. Okay, and as the fifth part, we will show some of the detail about our products and some of our projects. For example, as now, JDEnergy has 3 types of cabinets are showing for the overseas market. And for here is some specific data about the cabinets. After that, here is the standard about all the 3 types of cabinets. Just like you can see, JDEnergy's cabinet has passed all the European certification, which means it can pass a better use in Pakistan. After that, here is some details about our cabinet, and later after the meeting, we can share it in the meeting room. We can share the 1-page certification about the cabinet. After that, here is some of the project we built. And here is a utility scale which can reach about 400 megawatt hour. After that, it's just another 400 megawatt hour project. And all of this type of project are right now building in China, but also in Hungary, we are building about 200 megawatt hours utility scale project after this month. So here are the first step of the 2 projects. The first one is 12 megawatt hours, and the second one is 22 megawatt hours. After this month, I think there will be about 100 megawatt hours project will be delivered over the seas to Hungary. And also, we have built some of the CNI project all over the world. Here is a project in Japan, and also here is another project in Netherlands and Germany. Yeah. Okay. After that, here is all my introduction about the JDEnergy. If you have any problem, we can talk about later. And okay, for all of our customers, we will, and for JDEnergy, we will also participate in the Solar Pakistan 2026. And our location is in here, in the booth M27, and the Expo Central Lahore, and we will meet at Lahore. If you have any question, we can have a face-to-face discussion. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Tang, and thank you for this really really great presentation. It's truly really practical insights, and especially on the real project applications. So before we move on, just a quick reminder, if you are still interested in learning more about JDEnergy's solutions and products, we warmly welcome you to visit JDEnergy in person at the Solar Pakistan exhibition. All right, now let's move to our panel discussion today. So our panel discussion topic is, what is the smartest way to enter Pakistan's solar energy solar storage market in 2026? We will be discussing how to move from opportunity to real project execution and how to build bankable energy storage projects in Pakistan. Now, please allow me to briefly introduce our really distinguished panelists today. Mr. Jassen, Global Sales Director from JDEnergy. Mr. Arfat Javed, Vice President Sales from SkyElectric. Mr. Zubair Naseem, CEO from EBR Energy. Mr. Ahmed, Head of Technical Sales from Primer Energy. Mr. Saad, Manager Engineering and Business Development from Orient Energy Systems. Mr. Sikandar, Project Finance and Investment Specialist from CPEC Renewables. Thank you all for joining us today. And now I would like to hand over to Mr. Sikandar to moderate this panel discussion.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's panel discussion. Thank you, EnergyBox, for this conference and one of the most important topics of today's time. My name is Sikandar. I am the moderator for today's panel discussion. Our topic for discussion is what is the smartest way to enter Pakistan's storage market in 2026. And further in this topic, we will discuss from opportunity to execution building bankable energy storage projects in Pakistan. And as all of you know, energy storage is becoming one of the most important parts of Pakistan's energy future. Today, we will discuss where the opportunities are, what challenges exist, and how can we turn ideas into practical and bankable projects. We are fortunate to have with us a distinguished panel of experts from leading companies in the energy sector. Before we begin the discussion, I would like our respected panelists to briefly introduce themselves and share a few words about their role and experience in the energy sector. My first request Mr. Ahmed to please start with this introduction.
Yes, hello everyone. First of all, thank you to Energy Box and JDEnergy. It was a quite presentation from JDEnergy. My name is Ahmed Zia. I'm an electrical engineer and I'm working as an head of technical sales in Premier Energy. And I have a vast experience in obviously dealing the customers, their demands, their concerns. We are the persons we are at the front end for any discussion related to the systems, for any questions, for any queries from client end. So that's pretty much from my side.
Thank you. So, may I request Mr. Arfat Javed to please give his intro?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, first of all, the team inviting us for this great topic. My name is Arfat Javed. I'm working as a vice president at SkyElectric. I am associated with the SkyElectric since 2018. I serve on different roles, and currently I'm heading the position of the vice president at SkyElectric. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, may I request Mr. Saad Shakil to please give his intro?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you. This is Saad Shakil, myself, and I'm currently working and associated with Orient Energy Systems. I've been part of Orient from last 4 years almost, looking after the wind department, and now I've been part of the battery energy solar system. If you know about Orient, you can just go through the website as well. But just to give you a brief intro about the Orient, it's a established name already. It's been in the market from the last 30 years. We are one of the biggest EPC suppliers working in different power generations. Started our journey with the diesel and the gas engines. Now we have the biggest portfolio, not only in the wind, in the solar, and now we are developing our portfolio in the battery energy storage system as well. We have been working with Pakistan, one of the biggest battery energy storage project in Khartoum, that is 40 megawatt hour. So I'm excited to be part of this panel lineup, and I'm hopeful that I can play and give my suggestion on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, may I request Mr. Zubair Naseem to please give his intro? Mr. Zubair, please. Mr. Zubair, can you please hear us?
He's not here.
Hi,
Okay,
hi. Can
moving-
you hear me
He's
now?
coming. He's coming. He's coming now.
Yes,
Zubair.
yes, we
Yeah.
can hear.
Hi. Hi, my name is Zubair Naseem, and I am the Chief Executive of EBR Energy. We have been operating in solar space for the last almost 18 years. One of the first EPC companies in Pakistan. We're also part of the Imperial Electric Company Group, IEC, which is a 100-year-old company and with experience in virtually every aspect of solar as well as electrical infrastructure in Pakistan from the very start. So we are into manufacturing of this distribution of many different aspects of solar and electrical value chain. My experience is that I'm basically a finance guy, but I did my engineering as well as undergrad. So I'm very excited to be here and very excited to joining you, Jason, and everybody from JD Energy. And we are very excited to be part of this revolution which is happening in Pakistan in terms of not only solar, but also battery energy storage systems in near future. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, may I request Mr. Jassen to please give his brief introduction?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for all guys to attending for this webinar. I'm Jassen from the JDEnergy Global Sales Director. So we are in the Lahore now, and we are looking forward so in the Pakistan market for the best for the CNI and the utility. There has a very big potential market. So we will try our best to provide the best service and provide the good quantities product. So I think we can discuss some of the good way help the JDEnergy enter the Pakistan market about the best part. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for all the panelists for introduction. So I will start with Mr. Ahmed Zia. That from a technical sales perspective, what misconceptions do customers in Pakistan still have about storage systems and degradation, and how your company is addressing these concerns?
So yeah, basically in Pakistan, I believe the biggest challenge with energy storage is not technology, it's perception. From my perspective, customers are still, living in that UPS era. They believe that, using the tubular batteries, they will, uh, go out in 2 years. But it's us, the EPC partners, EPC companies who are telling them, there's new technologies and, the lithium batteries and everything, they will go beyond all those years. So you have to invest in that, and you will gain a lot of return from those batteries rather than going to a normal tubular batteries or something like that. So obviously there's a lot of misconceptions, and we have to cater that. There's some serious clients, serious customers, serious partners who are dealing in these situations across in our obviously term. But we are dealing with that. There's some concerns regarding, the safety, as JD Energy explained in their presentation as well. There's totally safe to use lithium batteries. Obviously, there are a lot of roles. There are a lot of solutions they go through to use the batteries. Then they manufacture and they test in certain conditions regarding temperature and everything, the safety perspectives as well. Uh, Again, there's a lot of misconception regarding the storage as well. How much the batteries will consume, how they will perform, what's going to be the ROI and everything. And so we are addressing those issues. Uh, I believe, using this right storage, right system, right batteries, you can go beyond that, and you can have a lot of opportunities with that. You can have the best ROI from using the best products in the market.
Okay, thank you. So on that note, so I will come to Mr. Jason. So Mr. Jason, JD Energy has significant global experience in CNI storage solutions. Can you share how these insights and expertise can be applied to address the unique challenges of the Pakistani market, especially in terms of grid instability and rising solar intermittency in the market?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question. At JDEnergy, we have built a strong experience in the CNI energy storage sector, particularly in higher standard markets such as Europe and Japan. Their market have a very strict requirement in terms of the safety, system, and stability and grid compliance. So which have communication push use us to the enhance our product and solutions. Let me share a few examples. In Europe, we have already built involved in multiple products, including a 300 megawatt hour utility scale energy storage project in the Hungary, as well as several CNI storage projects in the Germany and Italy. And also in Japan, we are not only advanced multi-CNI storage project, but also planning to establish a localized manufacture line, which is relatively leading move among Chinese energy companies. So we believe in this experience are highly relevant to Pakistan, especially in some aspects. First, the system availability under the complex grid situation. Through the Europe grids are generally strong, their request for grids clearance, response time, and stability stream strict. So this enables us system to meet a higher standard and better handle the goods required, and also in Pakistan. Second, for the solar and storage with advanced energy management. In market like the Germany, Italy, and the Japan, solar storage application are already very normal. Then I think the same situation with Pakistan. In third, product standards are very high and reliable. Our experience in the very high standard market ensures our product and solution as well improved in terms of the safety, consistent and long-term performance overall. So in the Pakistan is a very new market for us. Then the challenges if the face such as the grid stability and the solar intention market totally we have already addressed in our markets. So we have the confident in the localization, their solutions and the efficiency system. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the detailed insight. So on that, I will come to Mr. Zubair Naseem. So, Mr. Zubair, if you were advising a foreign investor entering Pakistan's storage market in 2026, what would be the first smartest move you think they should opt for?
Okay, the first thing that everybody has to work on, and which JD has done a very good job of, is to come up with a very good, solid product. And the product which JD has is very unique in the sense that the building blocks of that product, which starts with cattle cells, CATL cells, I have not seen any other product in the market which is coming up with exclusively cattle cells. That is going to be one of the major distinguishing features which these guys have. Secondly, they are one of the very few companies who are offering an end-to-end solution, which has like they build their own battery packs, put up their own PCS, own EMS, everything which they do is a full package, PCS, EMS, BMS, everything. That is all right, I'll start my video as well. So everything they do is a complete solution which they provide, which is not that much readily available in the market. So given that these are the two things that need to be done, most of the clients in Pakistan, like especially the large industrial clients, we have to understand that all of them have multiple sources of energy, and what they are looking for when they're adding one more source of energy into their overall energy mix, they need seamless integration. They need seamless movement from one energy source to another energy source with very little time lag, no frequency lapses, no nothing. And that is something which a lot of holding a lot of investors back and coming in very heavily into BAS, is that they still do not have confidence. And some of the projects which were implemented in Pakistan have not added to that confidence at all, where the clients say that, like, okay, we'll go with this product and we'll go with this company, and they will give us a complete seamless solution. There are still teething problems as well as is concerned, and that's where JDEnergy, with their promise of an end-to-end solution and an all-in-one solution, comes in and really like stands out when you compare them with other competitors in the market.
Thank you, sir. So building on that, so I will ask Mr. Saad Shakil, which customer segment is currently the fastest moving opportunity in energy storage segment in Pakistan?
Okay, interesting question. As we have been working in the battery energy storage system for the last 2 years, and most of the inquiries that we have received from our customers, mostly in the south side and the north side as well, are mostly the textile and the cement sector. So yes, the textile and the cement sector, which probably constitute more than 50% of our industry in Pakistan, are the ones that are rigorously looking for the battery energy storage system. And there's a reason why. Because if you look at the south side, near the wind corridor side, there's the Jumpy wind corridor belt, where the captive consumers have stored wind turbines. And OES are one of those people, one of the companies that is only providing the wind EPC solution over there. So yes, having an experience of the wind and the solar from the last 10 years, along with the control system expertise, we have been providing and approaching the textile customers, particularly in the market, for the deployment of the battery energy storage system, as we are aware of the requirements of the cloud events, of the depth variations, of the grid instability that we had, the problems, issues in the grid side. So yes, mostly the textile side.
Thank you so much. So, as we were talking about the storage market, so I will ask Mr. Arfat Javed. So, how do you see Pakistan's storage market evolving and beyond backup power in future?
First of all, I would like to say that I am really happy to see that everyone is talking about battery storage systems. For me, it is like that we are discussing the vision of our chairman and the management, because SkyElectric start educating the market back in 2017 that everybody needs a microgrid. We need an independent storage at our home. We need an uninterrupted solar electricity at home. So as you said, as you asked, that how Pakistani storage market will evolve. Previously, everybody was looking for the battery storage as a backup source for the UPS. But right now, everybody is considering that it is not only for the backup purpose. Now it is changing from power continuity to energy optimization. The shift is being driven from net metering to the overloading of the energy infrastructure. As you all know that downtime is getting expensive day by day. So if you have your own independent grid at your home in the shape of hybrid solution, you can use that solution at time of load shedding, at time of peak electricity unit rate. So I think so. What once felt premium is now become the essential. Rising tariff, grid unreliability, these all are the things now pushing the individual to move to the hybrid solution. Especially as we all see, the change in the net metering policy is become playing a vital role for making the decision of every individual. Previously, everybody was just installing the solar panel, and the main purpose was to reduce their electricity bill. But now, as we see the change in the policy, now it decline the previous decisions because their ROI period is disturbed. So, if we see back in 2024, more than 17 gigawatt solar panels is imported in Pakistan. So now we have a big number of the solar panels installed in our roofs, and we have a big opportunity to convert these solars into a hybrid solutions. Previously, the solar was just only purpose as a backup use. Currently, if we see that solar plus storage, and I think so, the future is solar-led energy system. By managing their load, we need a proper AI-based solar solutions, which can help at the peak shaving and the grid arbitrage tools. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fast, for sharing insights. So, as we were discussing how Pakistani market is evolve, what is the future in Pakistani market. So, I will ask Mr. Jason, looking ahead, what are the key factors JD Energy considers when evaluating market entry, and what are the strategies of one? Why do you believe that Pakistan, with its current energy challenges, presents such a unique opportunity for your company in 2026?
Okay, thank you. When we join a new market, we are typically focused on the three key factors. First, the gap between the power demand and the grid reliability. Pakistan clearly faced the challenges in the power stability, which create a very strong and real demand for the energy storage solution. Second, electric pricing and the energy cost structure. So due to the consistency in the energy supply, electric price in the Pakistan continues to rise, and this is increasing the cost of the business and the production. As a result, more and more CNI users are activity looking forward some solution and reduce the electric cost. This is our opportunity for this market. So third, the growth of the renewable energy, solar in Pakistan is very fast growing, but without the storage, the value will be less. So we should too installation some the energy storage system to ensure the power supply can continuous. So why now and why is 2026? We believe in Pakistan is the circling timing point. Rapid growth of the solar installations. Another is the increasing grid industry challenges. And at the same time, the electric price is rising very fast and pushing business to activity installations of solar system. So in our discussion with the local customers, we can clearly feel that the focus is no longer just on the having access to electricity, but on how to get more reliable power and the lower cost. All these factors together, then creating a real and urgent and continuous demand for the new energy storage. From our president perspective, this is not just a short-term opportunity, but also is just the beginning of the long-term market. So this is why JDEnergy is coming to the Pakistan now, and with a locally and partnership driven and the long-term strategy to grow together with our partner in the Pakistan market. In Pakistan market, the energy storage is no longer a future option. It's just the beginning of present necessary opportunity. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing detailed insights. So, as we were talking about the installations, battery energy storage, and how to make it viable, so I will come to Mr. Ahmed, and my question will be: how do you guide clients in deciding the right storage size to make it commercially viable?
Yeah, but that's the main question, and I believe in our company addressing these concerns, we go by the same approach, very focused. You know, education, transparency, and engineering-led design. What does it mean? It means first you understand the requirement of a client, what he needs, what customer demands, how much load he wants to, go for the backup, what he's looking for a ROI, how much load he's looking for, the backup in backup, in peak time and off peak time. So all those things come with all the analysis. So first question comes from our side, like why? We go with the client. So we understand the situation. We do the load analysis of that. Uh, Either it's residence or there is commercial project, whatever it is. So we understand the situation from client's perspective. Then we obviously guide them to choosing the right backup or right system for them. So they will have a better understanding, because it always comes to the one question's financial uh, perspective, right? So it's very important for every customer who is opting for the best for the residents, for the commercial, when will be the ROI or what will be the upfront cost. So we guide them and give all the show them the load analysis, the curves, the degradations of the systems, what they will be investing, and starting from that, what they are investing right now in their systems. Either they are using electricity, grid electricity, how much it's costing to them. If they are using gensets, so diesel prices are way up in Pakistan as we are speaking right now. So we are, comparing everything and giving them all the data to, guide them to choose the right storage for them. If they are, if they are looking for a high system, they will ask us to install, 500 kilowatt or up to 1 megawatt, up to 2 megawatt of storage. But it's our duty and it's our expertise to, guide them and to show them what they really need. And the questions from client and really from our end to client, it really help us to understand, and then it's our duty from our company, from our side, to guide them to have a better solution, not just for the bigger storage, but choosing the right solution. It's not about just investing a lot and just going for the best available and the highest available solution. It's about choosing the right for your side, and what is feasible for you and financially wise, and how it will benefit you in longer run.
Okay, thank you so much. So, as we were talking about the Pakistan market, so I will come to Mr. Zubair Naseem, and I would like to know, in Pakistan, if you had to choose only one segment for the next 24 months, residential, C&I, or utility scale best, where would you place your bet and why?
Well, in Pakistan, what is happening right now that residential BESS has taken up very strongly and the growth rate is very high. At the same time, in residential BESS, a lot of market players have already entered. And the opportunity is very clear and very straightforward because net metering is on a decline, load shedding is on a rise, electricity prices are bound to increase in the near future. So everybody is not happy. No, nobody's happy about it. Like I personally witnessed I don't know how many hours of load shedding last night, which was very disturbing. So people, as somebody else in the same panel said, and quite rightly, the people are going away from BESS as a backup source and now are using BESS as a primary source of energy. That is why we are seeing the increasing demand of bigger size batteries. So residential opportunity is there, but it's also a very crowded market. Lots of players, but very few good players in the market already. As far as commercial and industrial is concerned, it's a sleeping giant. I personally feel that the moment this market opens up, the moment one, two, five, six, the first 10, 15 projects start up and running, and people start looking at the benefits of these projects, this will open an avalanche of these best projects. We'll see multiple projects, and there will be enough work for virtually all of us to be occupied for the next many years. There is so much demand, pent up demand. People are not happy about gas situation. People are not happy about diesel prices. And somebody just was mentioning, the average price of a unit of electricity I don't look at it like that. I primarily look at the marginal price. That when I introduce one more source of energy, which is best into the system, which energy source it will replace. So if in a particular mill, it's going to replace like a diesel genset or grid or like peak time grid or a coal. So you have to compare the cost of BESS with that particular one. But as I said in my previous talk that I just mentioned, that like it's all about getting confidence. The moment our industry start getting confidence in BESS, nobody can stop them. It is almost impossible to operate an industry in Pakistan right now without having solar. And I predict that in the next 2 to 3 years, nobody is going to be operating in Pakistan without having a full-fledged solar plus BESS hybrid system. This is going to change the way we use, consume, and even like look at our energy structure. This is the future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing a detailed insight. So, as we were talking about the Pakistani market, so I will come to Mr. Arfat Javed. So, I would like to know what important factors you consider in making storage projects in Pakistan financially viable.
So, before making a decision to move to the solar storage, there are two reasons. One is uninterrupted electricity, and second one is cost control. These two are the major factors everybody consider before making a decision. So previously, net metering was very attractive, so everybody was on-grid systems. So as the policies changed, so there is no point to sell on the low rate and the buy on the higher rate. So if we look on the new net metering policy, the export value has dropped by 75 to around 85%. So selling on the low rate and buying on the selling on the road, I don't think so it is suitable for anyone. So if we talk about industrial side or the big size BESS project, so I think so for any industrial or the business person, this is a mandatory part. BESS is like their you can consider like BESS or the big size battery system is like their other machineries and the equipment. It will help them to control their cost for the long period, and they can play better in the market. They can control their cost of the production, and it will definitely help them to keep the good business in the market. So I believe that this is a right investment with making a profit of to recover their investment within 3 to 4 years. So BESS is the right option. I think so. This is the future of the Pakistan solar market.
Rightly said. So, building on that, as we talk about market development, so I would like to ask Mr. Saad Shakil, what partnership model works best for scaling storage development in Pakistan?
What partnership model?
Yes.
Okay. So being part of the EPC, it's very easy to say EPC-driven model, but I don't take away the credit with the OEM-led companies as well. I think it's a hybrid strategy. If you had a good PCS, if you have all the capability that are needed as of now, because and firstly, you should know the requirements that I earlier mentioned. If you can, your BESS can operate in the grid forming mode. If your BESS can cater the cloud event, you can the BESS can cater the grid instability. It can provide the stable source of reference for the power. And if you don't know the requirements, so yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, along with that, I think it's an EPC as well. It's a combination of both the BESS-led companies and the EPC, because the EPC provide you expertise on the different aspect, because they have been aware of their other sources, how they operate, how they behave. Since my company, Orient Energy System, they have been in the market in the renewable, especially in the particularly in the wind and solar from last 10 years. So they are aware of their operation philosophy, how the wind behaves, how the solar behaves, and what kind of control system you needed to manage that. And obviously, if you don't have that capability in your PCS, then you won't be able to do it. So it's a combination of both EPC plus OEM driven model. If you have that right kind of expertise along with the good PCS capability, then you can strive the market, and then you are the runner-up in the party.
Thank you. So, as we come closer to the end of the session, so my last question will be to Mr. Jassen. So, Mr. Jassen, as local partnerships are key to success in the Pakistani market, how does JD Energy plan to collaborate with local EPCs, developers, and industrial groups? And how does your global project experience support these partnerships to ensure successful?
Okay. Hello, sir.
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Jassen.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes, I'm fully agree. For the local partnership is a key of the insurance for the successful in success in Pakistan. Our strategy is very clear. We are not here to work alone, but to build a very strong local system. We focus on for the three key type of the partner. First, the local EPCs and system integrators. We provide standard and modular products along with comprehensive technical support, including system design, training, and commissioning service to empower our partner with a strong delivery capability. Second, project developer and investor. Beyond the supply equipment, we support them with system optimization, financing, modeling, and inputting, and bankability enhancement based on our experience in Europe and Japan. Third, industry customers and end user. We work closely with them to understand their load, profit, and real pay point, and provide a totally solution to reduce the electric cost, optimize the peak demand, and improve the power reliability. So what's the difference us is that as a tier 1 global energy storage manufacturer for multi compressive year, we have aimed a reputation for the delivering high quality, reliable, and scalable energy storage solution. With our global project experience, we can reduce the risk early and standard delivery process and insurance long-term system performance. At the same time, we place strong capability on localization, including the technical support, after sale service, and potentially deeper local presence in the future. Our goal is not a short-term project, but to become a long-term partner in Pakistan in the energy transition of the Pakistan. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So as we come on the close to the session, so I would like to take if there is some question from the audience. So there is one question in the audience that says that could you please shed some light on how key stakeholders in Pakistan NEPRA, Ministry of Energy, currently view the need for the revised power policy, particularly one that enables energy storage to become the backbone of what you refer to as utility 2? So on that thing, I think there are very different avenues, I believe, on which the government is currently working out. But first, I will ask our esteemed panelists if someone wants to answer that question. Okay, so on that, I will just, Mr. Munib, on that, I just want to add you that currently on the government level, they are discussing different avenues because they are on the apart from the storage side, there is a challenge on the capacity payment side. There is a cost of generation. The transmission network is not there, and currently there is one transition going on in on the power sector side, that currently the on transmission line business is been totally becoming independent of CPPAG. So all the legacy contracts CPPAG will take care, and moving forward after the CTBCM date, all the later on projects will be taken care by the NGC. And NGC is currently having a direct agreement with all 12 discos of Pakistan. And where they will do that, moving forward, all the collection will be done from the discos by the NGC, and then they will further allocate to the IPPs. So from the technical side, you also have to see the financial aspect of that as well. Currently, the government is totally focused on that, and they are, in the last month there is a meeting in the government sector that they are devising a policy how they can curtail that utility side on the net metering side, and then coming back to the generation side. Because if they encourage the storage just like they have done in the past, then again will be forced to again slash the prices for the sector. So there are lots of things going on. So we have to see in the coming months how the shift from the government side they will take care. So just to conclude the session, I will like to say thank you to all our panelists for sharing your valuable insights and practical experiences today. It has been a very informative and engaging discussion. I also want to thank the audience for your time and participation. We hope today's session has proved useful perspective and taking into account all the perspective and all the clear takeaways. With this, we conclude the panel discussion. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
我看最多的时候是70多个人。
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all our panelists, for this really, really insightful and constructive recommendations to this further develop the Pakistan renewable energy industry. And thank you for our speakers and attendees for this really active participation and sharing. So before we wrap up, just a quick note. JDEnergy will be at Solar Pakistan 2026 in Lahore from April 17th to 19th at booth M27. If you are here, please come by and say hello. Please don't forget to follow JDEnergy on LinkedIn for more updates and future events. You can also scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you very much again, and we hope to see you soon in the next events. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you, everyone.
Wow.